Yes.
Hello, sir. Sorry to interrupt you. Somebody's mic is on. Somebody's mic is on.
I think our BGSIT, I'll send him little bit away. Yes. Yeah. Now it is okay, Praful?
Sir, I think Yashas,
Yes,
the
yes.
participant Yashas,
Okay, okay.
Yashas
Yes,
has
yes,
to mic.
unmute. Sorry, mute. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, it's okay now.
Okay, yeah. Then let us continue.
Yes, ma'am.
So welcome, welcome once again, and a very good evening to each one of you. I'm very happy that all of you are here, and you found out time to learn new things. So that is very nice and happy about it. Okay, yeah. So let us start. And sir already introduced. So I'm Ima.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is our agenda. Yeah, this is our agenda today. So we will start with the introduction. Then let us see what is the project workflow and how the traditional workflow is happening. What are the critical challenges that we are facing and what is BIM, the role of digital model in BIM, the different job roles in BIM, and the course plan and fee structure we will see how it is. Then the question and answer session will be there. Okay, so this is the agenda today. Then, so please introduce yourself. That means let the mics in mute itself. We can just use the chat window. So in the chat window, please type your name and what you do, like a student or a professional, and college name or company name and the location. I think it won't take more than 5 seconds. Please quickly type your name, student or professional, your college or company name, and your location. Yeah. Hi Rashmi. Hi Adesh. Hi Preeti. Hi Nilesh. Hi Umar. Hi Rajesh. Hi Manasa. Yeah. Hi Sahana, Suhas, Pooja, Swaroop, Bharat, Marmuthu, Cecilia, Ragini, Preeti. Yeah. So a very good evening once again. Santesh, Dayanand, Akshay, Suma, Praful. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Yashas, Pooja, Arvind, Monica. I am expecting the same interaction. And Karunanidhi, Nagarjun. Okay, so once again, welcome you all once again. Okay, so let us continue with the session. And I am expecting the same interaction throughout the session. Okay, so some questions I will be asking you. So throughout we can communicate with the help of the chat window. So hi Rupa. Yeah. So let me just go to the next slide. Yeah, so this is the normal workflow of a construction project, right? We will start with the planning, then the design. Different types of design will be there: structural design, energy related, MEP related. Different types of design will be there, and based on all the design and analysis, we will prepare the construction documents. Then we will start the construction. Then post construction also a lot of things are happening. Like so for the after the construction, the operation and maintenance is there, especially for huge facilities, huge buildings or metros and airports and all that. The operation and maintenance is really tough. Then after that, demolition or renovation may happen. So this is the life cycle of a project. We are starting with planning, designing, construction, operation and maintenance, then the demolition or renovation is happening. Okay, so this is just a pictorial representation of the same. So we are starting with the programming. Programming means we are analyzing the inputs of the project. Then the conceptual design is starting. Detailed design we are going to. Then the analysis we will do. Documentation is there. Fabrication is happening because nowadays usually, especially for the big projects, a lot of fabrication work is happening, right? That means it is not we are constructing in the site. So many things we are constructing apart from the site. That means it's not the inside construction. So mostly it is happening like precast and prefabricated. So that documentation, that list of details also very important that we have to do. Then we have to check for the cost estimations, time estimations. Then the construction will go on, construction will complete. Then the facility management phase will start. The operation and maintenance will start. Then after that, either a demolition phase or a renovation phase will be there. So this is common for all the projects. And these are the normal traditional working methods, right? So we will be working on, and nowadays we are using the computer aided drafting techniques. Of course, it is there. And can you please suggest what are the other techniques that we are using in the construction in the normal traditional method? In the normal traditional working method, what are the things that we are doing? And in some pictures, in the pictures itself, you will get some clue in the different stages. Yeah, and one more thing I would like to ask, you are from civil background, no? All of you are from civil background or any other students? Especially I'm asking the students, civil, architecture or mechanical?
Mostly
Mostly from civil. Okay, fine. Yeah, okay, fine. So we are preparing the drawings and we are, with the help of the computer aided drafting and design, we are doing the things, but still there are some issues and the estimation is there. So everything we are depending on some new technologies, but still it is not coordinated. Okay, so I will just go to the next slide. So these are the critical challenges faced in the industry. So before that, let me ask you. Otherwise, okay, I will ask that question later. Yeah. So these are the critical challenges faced. Highly complex because nowadays in the project, so many people are involved. Contractors are there, subcontractors are there, and especially for the big projects, a lot of different types of people has to be associated and coordinated. So definitely, it is becoming highly complex. And the communication among the teams, that is also becoming very tough. And rework is happening. Of course, rework means we are wasting something. Wastage is there, rework is there, then the project delay will be there. Of course, we will exceed the budget. So this is happening. These are the critical challenges nowadays we are facing in the industry. It is the architecture, engineering, construction, and operation industry. So in that one, we are facing these type of challenges nowadays. And some communication issues I was telling you. That means different teams has to work together. So the communication issues are happening. Just you can see this. This is just a drawing. Let it be that is a construction document. It's a CD, and that has been sent to the site. Okay, and you can see a cloud is there. What is that cloud actually? What is it? What is its use? The cloud use? Please type now. You can just type your thoughts. What is that cloud? What is the use of the cloud? You can see around the kitchen there's a cloud marked. Yeah. So what is the use of that? What is the use of that cloud? What does it mean? Yeah, it is a revision cloud. Okay, it is a revision cloud. Revision means whenever there is a change in the drawing after reviewing. So if there is a change, then we will put a cloud symbol so that it will be very easy to check that. For reviewing that one, it will be easy. So that is a revision cloud. Okay, so in the drawing sent to the site, it is there. And you want to see what happened next? This is what happened in the site. So how people are understanding things, it is quite different. Okay, so there is a revision cloud, but the people in the site, they misunderstood that one, and then they just created a cloud-shaped opening in the slab. Actually, that cloud is more nice, no? Comparing to the drawing, it is more symmetrical and all that, but it's happening. It's happening like that. And you want to see some more pictures like this? I'll just go to the next one. Yeah, what is the problem here? Quickly type, no? I hope most of you are able to access the keypad. Yeah, what is the issue over here? Yeah, maybe first we planned a door there, then later a change in design has happened. Instead of the door, we are placing a window, but still the stair position is there. So it's an issue. And here, a typical clash. The clash among a circular column and the stair, and there is no room at all. So there is no use of the staircase in that position. Then let me just go to the next one. Yeah, and here it is a door to heaven. It's a door to heaven. So what is the mistake over here? That landing could have come in this direction also, right? And the railing also has to be provided. Yeah, so the landing slab is not extending up to the door. So it is happening. It is happening. Yeah, Praful is telling it is the door to hell. Maybe. Yeah, and this one, even a kid can say that this is a problem. No, while constructing this one also, they also had the idea that okay, this is something very big mistake that we are doing, but still it happened. Why? Maybe they don't know to whom this should be escalated. Otherwise, the proper science study has not been conducted. So that is why a situation like this has arisen. Then the next one. So this is a clash in the site. And can you see that? A column is there, the fan is there. Of course, there is no enough space. Okay, then let us just cut some portion of the column. So they found out a solution like that. Then this one, the pipe fitting, the pipe plumbing line or the piping line is going. So there is a beam. Okay, we have very nice drilling machines in hand. So then just so enough good powerful drilling machines we have. Then okay, let us put a drill over there and let us pass the pipe in that way. Then the next one, almost 3/4 of the beam has gone, and here not even the concrete part, even the steel part also they have cut. I think very more powerful drilling machine they used in that case, right? And here again the poor beam is the is suffering. So a set of pipelines are going. There is no enough room, so they just drill the beam and it's happening. See, these type of clashes, we are compromising in the structural stability of the structure. This cannot happen, no? If this is happening like this, then it's going to be very tough for all the cases. So let us just go to this one, the next one. And any guesses on percentage of project cost? Of course, we have to do rework on all this, no? Rework will be there, wastages will be there, project delays may happen. So all these will cost to cost expectations. So any guesses on percentage of the project cost wasted due to the rework? Yeah, Chetan is telling it is 25 to 30%. Yeah, any guess, any rough guess? 2%, then we will be very lucky. Yeah, 20%, 40 to 50. Yeah, 50. Okay, so 10 to 15. I think after seeing these pictures, you are taking the percentages like up to 50%, right? Okay, so let it be. Actually, that percentage varies from 30 to 35%. Of course, changes are there depending on the type of project and how we are handling. Of course, it is there. Okay, but 30 to 35% of the project cost is getting wasted. That is a very big loss, right? If it is a 100 crore project, we are wasting 35%. That means the 35 crores because of these type of errors. And not only that, a very big amount of waste we are dumping into the earth. So that also cannot be done. That is why people started about thinking a solution. So what is your expectation? What is the solution? I know definitely one answer is there that you are going to tell BIM is the solution. But before telling that, just think in what way we can avoid these type of errors. BIM is the solution. That is right. But what are the methodologies? Otherwise, what solutions, other solutions we can give to avoid these type of this one? Yeah, Chetan, proper communication, very good answer, because a lot of different teams are there. So a proper communication should be there. Yeah, the coordination between the teams. Yeah, that is required. Yeah, proper planning, Rajesh. Yeah. Yeah, discipline among staff, of course. Technical knowledge about the subject, proper planning, proper reading of drawings, of course. Yeah. Designing properly, yes. Yeah. So most of you are telling there should be proper coordination, proper discipline, And in this case, no, post construction, it is very easy and to tell that there is a problem. After the construction, we are doing our inspection and we are finding out the mistakes. That can be done very easily, but there is no use in doing that, right? After the construction, we are finding out the errors, and there is no use in doing that. So these mistakes could have been found out early. But how to do that? If we want to do that early, means we should have something in our hand to check for the clashes, to check the execution. For all that, we should have something in our hand. Okay. Yeah, some more comments are coming. Reading drawings by merging structural MEP during freezing of design. Yeah, that means from different disciplines the inputs are coming. So we have to check all that, how it is going to happen. Okay, so of course the solution is BIM. BIM is building information modeling, and it is connecting all the stakeholders. Who are the different stakeholders of the project? The client, the owner, contractors, architect, structural engineer, mechanical, electrical, plumbing professionals, then the project managers, site engineers. Okay, so these different types of people, and not only them, the fabricators who are doing the precast works. So everybody are there. So a lot of different types of people are there. All of them should be connected properly. A common platform should be there for all of them to communicate, to understand things and all. Very simply, I will tell, a WhatsApp group is helping us to do the same, right? A WhatsApp group, if a group is there, it is connecting all the people together. And the message from one person is reaching everyone and vice versa. So there is no communication gap, and there is no confusion. The decision making will be very easy. So like that, BIM is also providing a common platform for all the stakeholders to communicate, to understand each other, and to make decisions in the right time. So this is the definition of BIM. What is BIM? BIM is building information modeling, and it is a process. It is not a model. It is not a software. In the earlier stages of BIM, we understood that, okay, BIM is a model. But nowadays, BIM is getting changed. And now BIM is termed as a process. It is a process for what? Process for planning, design, construction, and operation. That means the different stages of the project are planning, design, construction, and operation, right? Yeah. So BIM is a systematic and coordinated process for planning, design, construction, and operation of a facility. That is what we were doing, no? For years and years, we are doing the planning, design, construction, operation, and everything. So what is the difference in BIM? In BIM, we are making use of a digital prototype or a digital twin we are making use of. So BIM is building information modeling. It is a systematic and coordinated process for planning, design, construction, and operation of a facility with the help of a digital prototype. Then let me ask you whether BIM is only for buildings. Please answer. BIM is only for buildings. Yeah, of course. BIM is not only for buildings. Okay, so that building information modeling, that building means it is a verb. It is not a noun. It is a verb. We are building an information model for the process. That is what building information modeling. So it is a process for planning, design, construction, and operation of a facility with the help of a digital prototype, and it is suitable for all types of projects. It can be building project, infrastructure projects, airports, tunnels, or any type of project BIM will suit. But the tools will differ. Okay, for creation of the process and policies, that will differ. That's it. But BIM is common for all types of process, all type of projects. Yeah. And in this one, see, here we were, can you see, I put two words in bold. One is process, and the second one is digital prototype. Process means BIM is a process, but I highlighted the digital prototype also, because that digitalization, otherwise that digital twin is what making BIM different from the regular normal process which we were adopting before. Okay, so let us see what is a digital prototype. In this image, it's a very nice image. I got it from LinkedIn, from the social media. Okay, so thanks for those who shared this. Yeah, so this is a digital model. Can you see a building model? In this sample, this is a building model. Okay, but BIM is applicable for all type of project. In this one, it is just a building model. And you can see a digital prototype is there in the center. And what are the other types of designs or other types of models or other types of disciplines that it is combined in a building? The architecture discipline or the architecture model. And can you see it is there in the top left?
Ma'am,
And
minute.
yes, yes, sir.
I welcome Mr. Mohan Raj. He is from Larsen and Toubro. He is the cluster head.
Yes.
I has invited him for this particular program. Thanks, sir, for joining this program. And if you would like to share a few words, you can definitely share with our students on the building information modeling. He, sir, is responsible for the Bangalore International Airport construction, and presently he has completed, and he is taking care of South India all the highway projects.
Welcome, sir. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah. Then I think sir can.
Good evening. Good evening. Please proceed.
Yeah.
Please
Good evening,
proceed.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thanks for joining, sir. Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You are
yes.
audible.
Very clearly.
Okay, right. So,
Yeah.
how many participants are there?
Around 50 plus.
Wonderful. And actually, when Ashok sent me this, and I wanted to join this as a participant to know what's happening here. And to be precise, my experience with BIM started with Bangalore International Airport project, BIAL. But somehow, yeah, you might have given the introduction of mine. I am Mohan
Yes.
Raj and heading the South India operations for roads and runways projects. And I started my career from the year 1987. And all along, I am into the airports, runways, and then highways only. And so when I came to the this BIAL recent phase 2 and for the new runway development, which was completed, and there we had one small building. We call it as a small building. If you compare with the airport terminal building, it is a very small building. We call it as an airport rescue and firefighting building, ARFF building we call it. And then we are having some of the workshop items and those firefighting equipments, and which are going to be there. They will be maintained there. We had a work, and that's all about these 2-3 buildings combined together. We were to make it, and we are having a entry and exit. For example, all the ground staff used to enter through that gate. Even in the present airport also, there is a one gate through which all these people will be entered. So there is base security people, PAs of people in the, and everything is to be connected to the existing air traffic and ATC, the other end, the existing air traffic. So this is about. If I see the area of the building, it was so small, we thought that it is going to be just a cakewalk. And then Turner is a consultant. They asked us to do this building in the BIM, right? And all through the years, we are into these, all our construction can be seen below the roads, runways, and not much about the highway. Flyovers, we used to do that. There is no issue with that. And the buildings, yes, we always used to hire the people from the outside, and we used to do that. And then we were seeing the size of the building, we thought that it is easy for us to do that. But the condition put was the BIM modeling, right? I spent around 4 months in it. We hired an agency. It came from Delhi, and they are able to create some kind of 3D model, and they were showing that. But when they started a discussion on crossing analysis, they call it cross analysis. Am I right? The madam can help me in this.
Clash analysis.
Clash analysis. The hell came down. And it went on. 2 months we made that drawing. When we sat on this clash analysis, another 3 months gone. And finally we are losing out the time. My runway was ready. The building is not ready. It is still in the design stage, the drawing stage, we dropped it, and then just we constructed it, and we have decided to do the as built. Now, to do the as built in the BIM, again I was searching for another agency. We gave it to the agency, and then he just started as built in BIM. And this is experience with the BIM. In the process, one thing I understood is, yes, it is the future. And number two, yes, we don't have the proper people for doing that. We know the concepts. We are not having the technical hands-on people to do this. I am not having it. And most of the bigger and bigger consultants, they are not having it. So it shows that this field is having a huge potential. Point number one. Point number two, really we have to travel a lot. And I am nowhere nearer to the expectation of an international consultant. And this is what my understanding about this. This is what my experience with the BIM. And you see, one of the biggest threat we are having is a COVID-19, a pandemic. We can never experience a disaster than this. And we can never experience a crisis, worse than this. Instead of calling it as a worse than this, and I am seeing it as a huge, what I can say, opportunity for me. Really, I was pushed myself. The self was pushed to a corner when the lockdown started. I had a huge fighting within 3 days. First 3 days, it was wonderful. I was seeing a lot of fight with my wife, my kids. Then slowly internalization process started, and found that there are huge opportunities for me to explore unexplored areas of within the self, which I did it. It was wonderful. Then when I looked at my business, the way I was doing the business, I found that it is not going to be the same again. It's going to be a lot of changes. And after 4 days, we found that how we are going to spend the time. I found that we had a lot of time with us, and we started working on the neglected areas. It gave us a tremendous results. Work from home, connecting the people through the webinars and the team meetings, the WebEx meetings, and it did wonders. We got the feedback from the people that for the first time, all the site people felt connected with their headquarters. That was the feedback. It was surprising. And our collection target, we exceeded. We never did that kind of collection in the month of March, never before. We were able to do that. We were able to see that the governance of the government totally changed. They want to help everyone who want to do the business. That is the scenario. So I personally see it as a big opportunity in the crisis. Similarly, the BIM, which is going to be the future, where I have faced a disaster, I found, I want to come and participate in this as a listener, and I want to share my experience. And guys who are all participating in this, please, after listening to this, put your hands on it and grab the opportunities. It is going to be the future. We cannot give a product foolproof without knowing how it is going to be. You might have been wondering why I was explaining the detailing of those buildings which I did. Guys, that one security person sitting and doing the scanning, that's what I told. It was a big hall in which you will be having, those who traveling into the airport, you will be putting your bags for screening, and you will be screened and you will be coming out. That is the building. For the crossings in a span of 30 meter by 10 meter. This is the area I am talking about, 300 square meter. A crossings of 32 numbers of electrical crossings and a similar number of electronics cable crossings, and a lot of this what I can say, we call it as when the tire goes and tire puncturing mechanism comes out. What is that? Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't get that.
Right.
And if a vehicle goes, and that is to be scanned automatically for bomb detection, and then the nails will be coming out to puncture the tires if it's going to cross. The gates have to be opened automatically. You have to sense and open it. And I found that, and then firefighting crossings are there, and your sewage crossings are there, drinking water crossings are there. All these things are to be crossed. The standard, vertical clearances, and it was horrible. Then I understood why it took 3 months for the BIM modeling designer, and he simply ran away. He didn't do that. He didn't deliver it. And then when I started doing this, and I found so many crossings, how it is going. We did a lot of reworks in that, and I found the necessity of the BIM for the first time. Without that, we cannot give a world class. We didn't deliver that on the planning table, on the design table, because we failed miserably in the BIM modeling. And we thought that it is just some kind of crossings, plane crossings, and we can do that just like that. Believe me, it was a hell lot of a job, which requires very, very, very detailed designing, BIM modeling, clash analysis. And if I could have done that in that fashion, it could have been wonderful. At the end of the day, a lot of rework, a lot of time gone into that. That 30 meter by 10 meter almost took 4 months for me to construct. Road work, a road of 30 meter length and 10 meter width took 4 months. And within that, I did a rework of 3 times. So that is the importance of the BIM. I understood that. So I also want to keenly participate into it and listen to this. And then only one gap which I found is, and there is a big gap between the knowledge and the skill level. In knowledge level, a lot of things have progressed. At the skill level, really we are lacking. Please, guys, grab that opportunity. Thank you very much. Stay safe.
Sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your presence and nice words about your experience on the airport. And you can continue.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for joining and sharing your experience. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Proceed.
Yeah. So let us continue then. Yeah, so we were telling about the digital prototype. Okay, so in that building, this is just a building example. So there are different models from the architecture discipline, from the structure team, from the mechanical, electrical, plumbing, piping, and firefighting team. So all these models, all these digital prototypes, otherwise all these samples, we can club and check for the clashes. And not only that, we can do the cost estimations, cost calculations, the material takeoffs, everything from this one. In this picture, it may seem like this is a 3D model. Okay, many of us may have an understanding that BIM means 3D, but actually BIM is much beyond 3D, because only the 3 dimension cannot solve or cannot feed all the requirements of the entire project life cycle. So in BIM, we will have different dimensions. In detail, about the different dimensions we will discuss later. Okay, so now let me just go to the next slide. And these are some other softwares. In this one, you can see, for the architecture model, I have put here Revit architecture, and for structure, Revit structure, and for a mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and firefighting, it is Revit MEP. That is just one software suggestion that I am making. Okay, but actually in the industry, so many different players are there, so many different software developers are there, different softwares we can use for the thing. Okay, but depending on the current scenario, Revit is for the building projects, especially Revit is leading. So this is the next slide. In this one, this is the different softwares used for the different stages of the BIM project, for the BIM execution. Okay, for the planning and for authoring, analysis, and the use times. Because sir was telling no about the clashes. So the clashes and all that very easily we can check with the help of Navis work. In Revit also we can do the clashes, but it has limitations. So whenever it is a very big project, handling the clashes itself, we will have to do that in a very systematic way. So Navis work will help for that one. Okay, and these are the other softwares which are helping for the clash detections and timeliner simulation. Actually, we can check what is the progress of the work in a particular date, how much work is completed geometrically, and always with respect to the graphs also we can check the progress of the work. So these are the different, and the use cases means it is especially for the after the during the construction and post construction facility management. That time also the data is required. No, that is what. So there is a question, but BIM include all the software? No, actually, BIM means it is the full process, right? BIM is starting with the planning, design, construction, and operation. Okay, so for this one, for in this all these four stages, different people are there. So a structural engineer in BIM, he has to become a BIM structural engineer, and an architect, he should become a BIM architect. Then only that BIM transition will happen. So nowadays in the industry, whatever job we are doing, because BIM is going to be mandated. In many countries, BIM is mandated. In India, we started working on the airport projects and metro projects and some of the building projects using BIM. So definitely BIM will become a mandate. And because it is saving a lot of cost, because we have seen no, a lot of rework is happening, wastage is happening anyway. And after this COVID period also, companies and everybody, we have to look on the wastages. We have to cut down the wastages. Otherwise, there is no scope at all. So for that, BIM is helping. So like sir told, there is huge opportunities. So that is what I'm coming to say about the software. BIM means it is not a collection of software. In the BIM process, we are taking the help of different softwares depending on the role. A project manager will be using Navisworks and Primavera, and a structural engineer will be using Revit structure and analysis softwares. So like that it will come. Okay. Yeah. Then, so we were telling about the digital model, and I told you that it is not only 3D, it is much beyond 3D. And do you want to see a quick tour, a live demo on a digital model creation? I will be just working in a building model. Okay, so let me see your interest level. Yeah, so let us have a live demo using the software. I'm going to use